Eric, EJ, great to see you for week 93 games of the week.
How's it going?
I spoke with Jeff Bezos all day yesterday about the whole AWS thing. And I told him that we had to make this happen and that he better fix whatever was wrong over at Amazon Web Services. And my YouTube influencing made it happen. So
did it start with, do you know who I am?
Yes.
Do you know how many people watch my pod?
How many people depend on this? It was deep. He was really, I think almost taken aback that somebody of my stature would really, hold him to task.
Okay, yeah.
So, but there is truth to the fact that I had no desire to talk about our scores from last week.
It was brutal.
Dude, I am just
it was
at this.
Brutal. It wasn't just you. I mean, it was everybody.
I am just bad.
We were, what did I say we were? We were two. Do we get 2 right? 4 right? What do we have for the week? 4? 4 and 6.
We were 4 and 6 for the Hive, right?
Yeah, we were 4 and 6 for the Hive, and the most points was 70, which is a nice number.
Yeah.
But it was like after that, it was 70, 50, 50, and then it was like.
I just don't. I would like to get some consistency, not consistency on the bottom. I was going to graph out my 15 points today.
You put another
blip of hope.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Yeah, show me a blip of hope. But I decided against that because there is no blip of hope.
So you had 15 points. So did you get 3 games right, or did you get 1 game with the score? Do you know?
I thought I got 3 games right.
You probably got 3 games.
Yeah, score. I never get the score right. It's just
because I'll tell you, I got 15 points as well, and I think I only got 1 game right, but I got the score.
You got the score.
I just got everything else wrong.
Yeah. Which
that's
good on you.
So bad. I know. Yeah, good on me. So bad.
I've tried every scientific route to determine how scores are picked, and none of them work. And in fact, dare I say, I get let down. They purposely know. I think the schools know. Simple Coach picked us to win. Let's lose.
Well, that's what happened to Mount Union 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I came this close because they had a big game this weekend. I came this close to putting them back in.
Yeah.
But I chose not to. I figured I'd give you some reprieve.
Then the Wilmington game, what? 5-3? Come on. I'm gonna have to knock some heads together over there, Purple Raider land.
But they got Ohio Northern.
Yeah.
This weekend. That's a big game.
Big, massive.
Yeah.
Massive game.
Yeah.
Playoff implications.
I originally had this on the list, but then took it off and went a different direction. But, yeah.
All right, let's jump into it because I'm just going to say it. I think you're just a evil, mad scientist. And you just sort of go like this,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this one. They'll love this one. They'll just...
The first 2, right?
The first 2 is
something I've never done before.
This is a first, so let's just jump right in.
This is a first. So, Friday night game. So, definitely got to close the pool Thursday into Friday because we got a Friday night game. Friday night game, Chicago at Emory.
Yeah.
Chicago is 9-1-4. They're 2-0-1 in conference, and they just beat Case 1-0.
Yeah.
Emory's what? They're ranked 3rd in the country?
I think so. Depending on who you look at. Yeah.
They're 3rd in the conference.
Yeah.
They're 11-0-2, and they're 1-0-2 in conference.
And the 2 they just tied Brandeis and Carnegie Mellon away, which That's the year this is, right? Like Brandeis
Right.
and Carnegie, anybody can give anybody fits right now, and that's what I think they're experiencing. Like,
And they just thumped NYU.
yeah.
But
No,
so
that was like the return where we're just angry, and now we're gonna take it out on NYU. I think is what.
Emory's in third place in the conference. They're right below Chicago, and they play each other on Friday.
And Wash U is just cranking it,
And Wash U is number one.
and not what? Yeah.
They're in first place, and so that's why I did my second game.
Yeah, let's do that one.
On Sunday, Wash U at Emory.
Yeah.
So the first two games, Chicago Emory, Wash U Emory.
Yeah.
I put Emory in twice just because these are two massive games for
Massive
all
games.
these teams.
Yeah.
It's not often that you get two games in 3 days between top 10 teams.
Yeah.
And
It
they're all
is,
top 10 teams.
and they're all top 10 teams.
The three
and
of
playing
them are
well.
top 10
Actually,
teams.
if you actually watch if you actually watch it, these guys play, like they're all Chicago, WashU, and Emory are probably playing some of the best soccer. I'll just say, generally
Yeah.
speaking, in Division Three, they're not just winning; they're playing really well. And
Yeah.
And it's just
And
really, really good.
and Wash has no picnic on Friday either. They have Rochester,
No,
which is
you could,
that's not NYU.
yeah.
It's certainly
What are they?
going to be a
Rochester's
challenging game
fourth
for
or fifth? Fourth?
them.
Is that yeah,
For fifth, Brandeis fourth,
fifth?
fifth. I don't
Randall,
know,
yeah.
right there, and I don't know, right there. They're right there. So I mean, massive implications these games.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you just can't. I there is so much mojo going into these games that it's almost like I would say in normal circumstances, you have to be careful what you do on Friday, because if you go too hard, like
Right.
they have there can be no excuses for any of these for the three teams.
Right.
Chicago, Emory, WashU, they have to pedal to the metal the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
No,
just
this is
macabre.
exciting.
That's just
Yeah.
just
Like I said, I'd never done that before, but this is just too good to pass up. These games are too interesting with two good teams, or too good of a matchup to
not do it. Yeah.
to not do it.
Well, you know what? Like you said, I mean, Emory's third MPI rankings, and Brandeis of all people. Chicago is 14th. And then where is
Chicago's
WashU?
better than that, I'll
WashU
tell you
is
that right now.
fourth. So Emory is third MPI rank.
Right.
Like what?
Right.
I know it. It's all
You got
right
these.
here. I got this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like,
It's bouncing around in there
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
You just got
It's
to
like a
pick the right
marbles,
marble
like,
out.
what?
Yeah.
My bobblehead in my head is just
Right.
kind of like, oh yeah, you know what this score is going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You are tough.
All right.
Man.
Game
You're
3.
tough.
I know. Game 3. Do we say the season's on the line? I mean, is it season's on the line for Middlebury? Bates at Middlebury. Bates is in seventh. 2 points ahead of Middlebury.
I mean, you are.
If Bates loses, that puts him in eighth, and they're on the bubble for the playoff. Middlebury is currently in eighth, which gets them that last playoff spot. But if they lose, and Hamilton beats Trinity, which should,
Hamilton's
then,
back on the in the relegation zone. I hate to tell you
that, but if Hamilton beats Trinity and Middlebury loses, that takes Middlebury out of the playoffs.
Out of the playoffs, yeah.
Right.
Middlebury, the team that last year, the last 2 years was like the national, like they were the team. They were the NESCAC team. Right? That were
This is. I mean, I don't know what the rest of the run-in looks like, so I don't know
This is
If this
it. This
really is going to
this is
be the be all end all, like there'll still
well.
be an
He
opportunity
get this.
to correct.
Get this right. Well, they play Vassar tomorrow today. Actually, Middlebury plays Vassar, but then they play Bates. But then next Tuesday they're away at Williams. So it's not
At
like
Williams,
they're
yeah,
playing. I mean this respectfully, Colby,
right,
right?
or
Like to
right, right,
boost their chances to
right.
sort of make some things happen if things go sour against Bates. No, they go to Williams, where Williams is just going to hard, heavy metal them to death,
Yeah.
right? So
So this is going to be an interesting one.
brutal, brutal. You're just.
Well, I'll give you an easy one next game.
I was like, wait, what? What's the one? Why this one? But go ahead.
So this one is Wheaton at Coast Guard, NewMac game. So Wheaton's still undefeated. I've been wanting to get Wheaton into this pool
Yeah,
since early on. They just haven't. There's been no good weekend games in the NewMac of
they play a lot
significance.
of
I think
midweek
Wheaton played
games.
Babson middle of the
Yeah,
week, and then Babson isn't as good as they were last year anyway. So Coast Guard is their biggest NewMac challenge.
it's
Coast Guard Coast Guard's 3-0-1 in conference, so they could still
they are
take
very.
over.
You ever watch them? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful place to play soccer,
Right.
right? But have you ever watched them?
Yeah.
They whistle blows and they go 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
100 miles, like just after it. Oh, and
Yeah.
it's absolute. And if where is it? It's at Coast Guard, so it's going to be on the river. Let me get on the Thames, whatever we call it in Connecticut, as opposed to in England. I'll bet you it's going to be the wind is going to be brutal.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna, and I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too cold this weekend. Last I checked, maybe that's changed, but I mean, this game, yeah, it could be 30 degrees and
And
wind
50
whipping.
mile an hour wind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I think it's going to be nicer than that. I don't
And
know. Coast Guard, they just lost 2 games in a row.
yeah,
All their wins are against mediocre
yeah,
teams. I just think they're overmatched here.
yeah,
But like I said, I wanted to get Wheaton in here at some point,
yeah.
and I think this is the
No,
best
that's
opportunity. And
fair.
Wheaton could go undefeated. They could run the
That's big.
table.
Yeah,
They could easily. I don't want to say easily, but they're 10-0-3. They can go into the tournament
yeah.
to 15, 15-0-3.
15-0-3. Yeah, yeah. Because they play. Wait, where are you?
They get WPI midweek, which is a tough game.
It always is. I think that's always a.
Yeah, but they
That's
should win.
yeah.
If they're as good as they record indicates them to be, then they should win.
Coast Guard, and then what? They face Babson, and then at Babson, and then Springfield. Yeah, this would be a big. This is a big test, not because it's again, just because I just think the nature of how Coast Guard plays just makes it really hard on anybody who
Right.
shows up to New London.
And to me, these games coming up here, WPI, and then especially Coast Guard on the weekend, um, this will tell Wheaton, I think, how good they are.
Yeah,
If they win these games,
yeah,
then they know they're good. If
yeah,
they struggle with them,
yeah. That's
then
a good. That's a fair point. Like,
then
how
okay,
serious
yeah,
are they?
we're right, right,
Are
right,
they
right,
in? Are they in NewMac? Right? Like, are they a NewMac conference winner, or
right,
they have a
right.
bigger
Yeah, right.
bigger
Are
aspirations?
they in because they won the NewMac,
Yeah,
or is this an Elite Eight team?
yeah, legitimate, like a legitimate.
Right.
I totally
And
agree with you.
I think these games, and especially over the weekend,
Yeah,
tells them that.
yeah.
That's why I put this one in.
And you're evil. Let's just
And
throw that caveat out there because we must.
we must. All right, moving on.
All right. Yep.
Returning to the pool, Buffalo State at Plattsburgh. So Buffalo's locked up a postseason bid. They're
Yeah,
10-1-3.
yeah,
They're 2 points behind Cortland, who they already tied. So they can't make up a ton of ground on them
no,
per se. Plattsburgh's in fourth. I don't think this game means much to them. I think they're kind of going to finish third, fourth. It doesn't really
mm.
move the needle for them if they win this game. But I think this is a big game for Buffalo as a statement.
I think Buffalo needs this game. I Here's my thing about Buffalo, and I think they try to place. They have some talented players, and I think they have aspirations of being like a permanent fixture every year. Like, hey, we're talking about Buffalo State, kind of like we talk about Cortland every year. Right or wrong, we're always talking about them. I think
Right.
Buffalo State wants that as well, and I think these are the types of games where they have to like. This is a
Well,
game that
well,
they
we
should.
this is kind of what we talked about 2 weeks ago when I had Buffalo State Cortland, and the high went 88%
For
Cortland,
Cortland, yeah, yeah,
and Buffalo had 6%, which was
yeah,
I think one person, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
what happened? They tied them.
yeah.
We had I don't remember the numbers. We had 40 people.
Mm-hmm.
38 people picked Cortland. One
Cortland,
person picked
yeah,
Buffalo. One person
yeah,
picked draw.
yeah.
Right? Like they got zero respect in that game, not a chance
Exactly.
in hell. And
Yeah,
they tied Cortland.
yeah,
So now they're playing somebody who's Plattsburgh is necessarily not as strong as Cortland, but still a very good team.
yeah. Right.
And it'll be
Four
interesting to
games in a
see.
row that
Right,
they've polished off, including against Oneonta and New Paltz, right? Like
right,
those are two
right.
those are two good
Buffalo.
games.
I think Buffalo's going to get more respect this time around
Yeah,
than they did last time. Um, I would think they should get close to 50%. Is
yeah.
my guess.
I think that's fair. I don't, and you know, yeah,
Let's see where they
they
are.
do. I do think like they have a stretch. Like they're going. Oswego this week, went tomorrow. Then they go to Hobart at the end, last game of the season. So, uh,
Yeah,
yeah, this is a meaningful match. Like, okay, you got to take care of business, Oswego,
right.
right? Like that shouldn't be an issue. You got to take care of Plattsburgh if you want to be serious, and then Hobart, you can really go after, right? And you could just be like, this is the last game of the season. We go out with a bang, and then we position ourselves both for the SUNYAC and the NCAAs. And I don't even know. I should look what their MPI is. Buffalo.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the MPI recently.
39th. But, it's
39.
interesting. 39th. Plattsburgh is 41st. Did you even know that in advance? Like, because if
No,
not,
no,
you're so evil.
no, I didn't.
So, all right, this next
All right.
one's easy. This one,
Oh
this
yeah,
one's king.
this is a this is a beauty.
This
I like this one a lot.
Catholics v. Catholics. Like, oh my god,
Catholics v. Catholics. Catholic at Scranton.
this is our Boston College Notre Dame game right here.
It is.
In
Ca-
Division Three.
Catholics 9-0-5. Scranton is 10-0-4. When
Yeah,
was the last time you had two landmark teams undefeated this late in the season? I can't.
two. Yeah,
Two,
that's the
right?
trick. That's
Two,
the rub.
two,
You could have
right?
said Cortland Catholic any number of years, but
Right,
two, I can't
right.
remember. Last year
So
Scranton struggled. Yeah, uh,
Catholics, Catholics 4-0-2 in conference. They just thumped
yeah,
Drew 3-0.
yeah.
Scranton. Have you looked at Scranton recently? Have you not watched them, but have you looked at their schedule or seen their results or anything like that?
Yeah,
Oh, you
they're
have. Okay. Because I was going to
yeah.
say, do you know how many goals they've given up this year?
I think like two, one,
One,
one.
one.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
it was a 70 whatever 75th minute
Yeah,
equalizer to Rowan. That's the only goal they've given up.
only goal. They th- so this is where I get in trouble. This is where I get in trouble.
Okay. Oh,
This is where I get. Yeah, my name is
what are you gonna
EJ.
say?
Just in
What are you
case
gonna
anyone. These are both very good conference teams.
Yes.
They're very good conference teams, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Catholic. I think Catholic and Scranton aspire to more, and they want to be taken more seriously
Mm.
in than just being good conference teams. And I think this might be the year that they could show, like, hey, maybe there's a little bit more
Right.
there. But I'm not so sure.
No, either of them, Catholic or Scranton, um, they have the potential to
Yes.
whoever comes out of that conference, Catholic Scranton, whoever comes out of that conference traditionally has the ability to win
Yeah.
one game in the
One
tournament.
game, two games, maybe.
Maybe
Ooh,
two
maybe.
games. Maybe two games.
Yeah.
And I think that those teams would ideally want to get to the point where
There's a little
there's a
bit
good
more there.
chance, right? There's
Yeah.
a good chance they win game two in the tournament and they get
Yeah.
to play the next weekend.
Yeah.
And right now, it's not
Yeah.
anything close to a sure thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, like, yes, I think that captures it very well. You get your first game, and that you match up against somebody that you can hopefully take care of. But and then in the second game, yes, you're usually not for either of these teams. Although,
Right.
and you know what I think hurts them to a certain degree. It is just the level of competition that they're facing right now. Like they need some tighter games in the conference. Tougher games, tighter, however you want.
It's such an interesting conference
Yeah,
because you get decent teams every so often.
yeah,
Cyclical.
yeah,
Drew puts together good teams
yeah. Yeah,
on a
like,
run. They'll
hey,
have
look
like
at
three
this.
good.
Drew's
They'll
back, and then
they'll have 3 good years where they're
yeah,
17-3 or whatever,
yeah,
and then they just drop off the face of
yeah,
the cliff.
yeah, yeah,
Catholic's pretty consistent,
yeah,
and has been. Scranton has been up and down.
yeah,
Um, Juniana had a pretty good season like a year or two ago.
yeah.
Lycoming had a good
Good
season a year,
season. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm sure
Moravian's
Elizabethtown
doing
probably had a
okay
good
this
season.
year.
But yeah, they're just it's not a
yeah,
strong enough conference
yeah,
where you're going to get those
yeah,
great games every weekend.
yeah. That's true. I would argue, like, and I don't know
But
how it's going to
for
play out, but this is the conference championship right here, right? Like this is the landmark conference
it's the
championship.
one.
If it
This is the one seed, and it gets
gets
the host.
one and two,
Um,
whatever it is, yeah,
this this I guess I compare it to the Liberty,
yeah,
where
that's
the
right,
Liberty
yeah, yeah,
this year has a
yeah,
bunch of teams that are doing very well,
yeah,
right? And then traditionally they get like one,
yeah,
but this year they've got a bunch of teams that are really good, and so they're all, highly competitive games. The
yeah.
landmark is like that.
The
Some
yeah,
years they get a good teams and everybody's competing. Other times it's hit or miss. But
I will.
this is the big game. There's no question about it.
I will say, and maybe it's just my skewed thinking. I have both of these teams. I swear I get in trouble. My name is EJ. Send emails to EJ
Outside the top 20,
outside the top.
you get two undefeated teams outside the top 20.
I expect more, like, out of both Catholic, mostly Catholic, but also Scranton. I expect more, and I have a higher bar for them. And I look at it again. We're going so far afield. I'm so much trouble. So much trouble. I think Catholic has all of the attributes that you would want to be a consistent top 20 team. There, I
Yes.
said it. Consistently. They have the location, the type of school, all of those things.
Well, the exception to the rule for both these schools, their fields you got to take a bus to from campus.
Well, for Scranton you do, but not for the not Catholic is like across the street, across a
I mean, it's not
under
on
a
campus.
pass. It's over there, but yes.
Yeah, it's next to the dump.
Okay. So that's the exception. I could argue. You know what? Like I see that as fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But outside of that, there I said it. I'm done. I
Yeah,
should just
okay.
hang up now, and you can keep
No,
talking.
no, you're right. Somebody's got to be the leader in this conference.
Yeah.
That has to be consistently in the top 20.
Yeah.
And Catholic's probably your best bet.
Yeah. I think so. I think, like I said, you just sort of look at all the top schools and you're like, why is that school always so good? Like, why are they always
Right.
so consistently good? Why are they always so? And I think Catholic is like, well, again, we have this same conversation about TCNJ.
Yes.
I just think TCNJ has all of the things necessary to be a top 20 team.
Yes. Yeah, and they are in like every other sport, but men's soccer.
Men's soccer. Maybe because they hire a basketball coach for a year. Hey, what? Oh my God. Okay, let's hide this and let's move on. They know.
All right, next
I
one.
live close to TCNJ, so I gotta watch it, man. Like look out
there you
the
go,
window.
man.
Like, hey, what's that car parked out front of my house? And I jest.
All right, let's go to the MAC Freedom. Lebanon Valley at Stevens. There's a three-way tie atop the Freedom between Lebanon Valley, Stevens, and FDU.
Of all things, FDU.
Of all things, FDU. What are they? FDU Madison,
Florham.
FDU Florham Park. I never know.
Yeah.
They depending on what day of the week. It's either FDU Florham Park or FDU Madison.
Yeah.
So Lebanon Valley, they've only got 2 losses. They're 7-2-5, but they've been struggling recently. They're 1-1-3 in their last 5 games. That's not good. That's not how you want to go into this game.
Yeah.
Stevens also only has 2 losses. They're 4-2-6. They've only got 4 wins.
Yeah.
4-2-6, and they're also struggling.
Stunning, surprising. I mean, they've had a couple of really good years where, and then to again, they graduated some guys over the last couple of years, and clearly goals are an issue because they just can't. I mean, and look, like last year, the year before, I mean, even the year before that, they wouldn't have tied Misericordia. They wouldn't have tied Kings.
Right.
You know, the tie.
I don't know.
TCNJ, I'll say, hey, TCNJ's better. William Patterson. These would be games that they would have gone through, and they just can't this year. Especially after you start the season losing 1-0 to Denison, a very good Denison team, and you would think, okay, well, there's a level there. You're at a level. You're competing.
Right.
Okay, so you lost, but you're there. And then you tie, and it just consistency just seems a big issue with them for me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They really dropped big time. So these are 2 teams that one of them should win the conference, but they're both not playing well. And maybe FDU sneaks in. Who knows?
Yeah, they could. I mean, they legitimately could.
You know, because these guys aren't playing well. Why not?
Yeah. Like I said, this is most every conference has been like this, right? Like,
right.
It's a little topsy turvy, little upside
Hmm.
down. I mean, you go to the NCAC for crying out loud, and you'll see total jumble mess, right?
Right,
Like, where's this coming from? So,
right, right.
oh, I didn't. Did I do that? I didn't do that. Grr. Um, I and so this is at Stevens, which I think actually helps Stevens that they're going to be on turf because I think everyone I spoke to going to Lebanon Valley to play on their grass,
Yeah,
it's not easy because it's not easy. It's not easy,
yeah,
and they love
yeah, yeah.
playing on their grass because they're like they can run and gun and go after games. They're not going to do nice tiki taka up and down the field. They're going to
All
go.
right. They still do their hockey line changes?
Yeah, I think that's
Lebanon
very kind of
Lebanon was subbing like
guys
seven
at
or eight guys at a
yeah,
time.
yeah, everybody off. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I think because that's how amped they go, right? Like you
Right.
only that
But
that
I mean, Lebanon also has Nathan Prex, who's a stud.
yeah,
Kid scores goals,
and they're scoring. So
and they're scoring, and
and
he's
they're at
scoring.
Stevens. That's Saturday. I want. It's probably a night game, no? Don't get me thinking. Don't get me thinking. It's a dangerous neighborhood in my brain.
Going to
I'm gonna
Hoboken,
go into
Hoboken,
Hoboken,
Hoboken.
and I'll go mock the Cake Boss, who I'm not a fan of. I knew the Cake Boss was a fraud when I walked into one of the rest stops on the Turnpike, like the Howard Stern rest stop or one of those. And I walk in and I'm like, "Hey, look at that neat, um, you know, I can't believe I'm blanking on what's the name. Vending machine. Look at
Vending
that neat
machine.
vending machine. It's red and it looks like, look, oh, those are pieces of cake. Wait, the Cake Boss has vending machines." And I was like,
Oh,
I'm
nice.
out. Cake Boss has lost it all. He's done. Done
That's
for
funny.
me. Done for me. Anyhow,
That's funny. I didn't know that.
yeah. All right.
All right, let's go to the
I
Mac
mean,
Commonwealth.
you are just not.
The Mac Commonwealth. So this becomes a really interesting game, I think. Messiah, who
Messiah,
Who knows? Messiah, 5-7-2 Messiah at 8-4-2 Stevenson.
who Stevenson I don't think has really done much over the
No,
few
Stevenson
years.
last year were 3-10-6. The year before that, they were 4-10-5. They're not very good. This year, they're good. They're 8-4-2. And Messiah's not good. They're
Not
five
good.
seven and two. But it's Messiah. I mean, are they good enough to still win this conference? Hood is in first place. Hood is playing well, but Hood is Hood. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
They're nothing to normally write home about either.
No. And they play Messiah the
Right.
last game of the season.
So, I mean, is this the sub 500 Messiah team that was like 0-6 at one point, or is this a Messiah team that
Yeah.
might actually turn things around and get into the tournament with a 500 record
Yeah.
and then be dangerous?
And then totally be dangerous because they got
Right.
nothing to lose at that point, right? Like,
Right. I mean, I said that on the boards the other day. There was somebody was talking about Messiah. It was the whole Messiah rant we were
yeah,
going
yeah,
off,
yeah.
and
Like,
and,
and
and
oh, the guy, the
yeah,
coach,
and
this.
and they stink now, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And when was the last time they lost this many games? And I pointed out that the last time they lost 6 games, they made it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
They've now lost 7 games,
Yeah.
which I don't think they've done since like 1968 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But does that mean they can't make it to the Elite Eight? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
This is an interesting matchup because Stevenson is playing very well.
Yeah. I think Messiah needs this like they need to settle this one. They need to.
Yeah, yeah.
And Stevenson,
Which, by the
right, is
way,
in rarefied air right now. Like, I hope they're comfortable with that.
yeah, I know, right? They just haven't been here in a long time. They had
Yeah.
a couple. They were a program that had a bunch of good years, a couple years back, um, but hasn't been for a while. And talk about a beautiful turf field.
Oh,
Oh
they
my
yeah
God, it's
yeah
like a
yeah
putting green.
yeah. It's a neat, interesting place, Stevenson. It's an interesting place.
That
The
field is
setup, the school,
gorgeous.
yeah, the the fields, that whole athletic area. I mean, they have a tremendous amount of land. I don't know how they
Yeah,
they did that. It's, I don't know, gifted to them or whatever. But um, and it is. It's like it's big. It is. It's not like small turf. It's big. A big grass field for them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which,
You got that
you
one up here too.
yeah, I got that one. I'm like totally at a loss. This one of all of them, and I think, I mean, the interesting thing is if you would have pulled this up any other year, I would have just been like Messiah's
Oh
gonna
right.
win this,
Oh, of
And
course. Right. That's
I
why I did
can't
it.
say, I cannot say confidently that they have what it takes.
That
Aside from
yeah.
the gibberish, the positive things and the negative things that have been said about Messiah in on the boards, it would be very interesting. And email me privately. I just like, not theory. Like, somebody please explain to me what sort of happened. I know they graduated. They graduated a couple guys, big time leaders. Jake Lent Coop.
Yep.
Uh, right, like, so I understand that. So maybe that's it. Maybe there's no leadership, or
Yeah, but
they're very young. I don't know, but it would be
but
interesting
that's
to
a
know.
that's a that's a team that rebuilds. I mean, doesn't
Yes,
rebuild. They
yes, right.
reload.
Load, yeah, yeah,
The next man up next year.
yes, yeah,
I don't know what's going on there either, and that's why I'm curious if this 5-7-2 record is, it does it
is
mean
it?
anything?
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
it mean
yeah.
anything?
Doesn't mean anything. And which again, and then again, this is just sort of the year that it's been like this. And then somebody, Stevenson, out of, I don't want to say out of nowhere, because they've been doing what they
Right.
do, and they've been doing, and lo and behold, because of the way things sort of are all jumbled, man, they end up having a successful season right now where they're competing. They're for the top spot, right? They're
Right. Yeah.
competing. They are really in the thick of it. So,
Right. I don't
I
think
mean, I give
anybody's
them
looking at
credit.
Hood and saying, "Oh no, Hood's in
Yeah,
first. We
yeah,
can't."
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. So you just pick this one, whatever. And now this one is so easy. You're
Big
just,
ODAC matchup,
well,
Lynchburg, Washington, and Lee.
you're just so, that's just not fair. Like, how am I supposed to
Uh,
pick this one? How am I supposed to pick the correct score for this one? My magic
I
eight
don't
ball
know.
has let me down. Like, I can't tell you how many times already. I just don't know if I have it within me. Um,
Washington Lee's interesting.
you know, you know. So, you know, they've actually sort of have a little turnaround going since they lost to Mary Washington back in September,
They're
right?
they're 7-0-2 in their last 9 games.
Yeah, like they've been.
They're 7-0-2 in their last 9 games. Now I know the knock on them is they don't really know how to score.
Yeah,
They're really struggling to put goals in the net. Um, but I mean, you've only lost 2 games.
question I have for them is, why does it take them this long to sort of,
Yeah, that's
you
a
know what
that's
I
a
mean?
bigger
Like,
question. That's a
that to
bigger
me
question in a
is,
conversation.
yeah. Like, what is it? What is it? Is maybe it's something about Washington. I just don't know. Maybe it's in the water or something that they just sort of, they just it takes some time to get them in gear, and then once they get in gear, they seem to do okay and be okay.
Yeah,
I watched the tie against Christopher Newport, and I thought they looked good. They had their opportunities. It just didn't. Again, the same thing. Didn't score against a good Christopher Newport team. Where you're like, yeah, Christopher Newport's legit. So thinking, okay, there they are. I don't know. I always surprise. They just surprise me this way. I don't. They're not as convincing as this so far. They're not as convincing as the Washington and Lee from 2 years ago,
right.
from 2023, which I thought was really, really a good team. So, and then
But
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg,
Lynchburg is
nothing to
always
sneeze at.
there's nothing. I'm not going to say anything about Lynchburg. Like they are. The light bulb just went off. Lynchburg is what Catholic and Scranton hope to be.
Well, Lynchburg's not a
No, but I would say that
top
that's the
20 team.
next. I would say that's the next level.
That's the next step. That's the next step in the
Yeah,
ladder.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
yeah.
Yeah, because Lynchburg's going to be
It's all right there.
Lynchburg's going to be 15, 16 wins a season.
Yeah, yep. Every year, every year.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah, and they're break a top 20. They
Yeah.
cause fits for anybody who plays them, which is
Oh yeah.
remarkable to me. Every year in and year out, I give them all the credit for that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No,
So
that's a good point. I like that.
yeah. And this game right here, again, I don't. What do you know the rank? Who's first? Who's? I can't find the.
I think Lynchburg is higher, just because their record. They're 11-1-2 versus 7-2-5.
This to me is a really, really interesting match. Two totally different types of teams, too. Like totally different results, standings. Oh, wow. Bridgewater is first,
Yeah.
Washington and Lee. Like what?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Lynchburg, Hampton City.
Lynchburg. Yeah. Lynchburg at 11-1-2 is in third place.
Yeah. But
1 point
yeah,
behind Washington and Lee,
yeah.
with Bridgewater right in front of them. Yeah.
So this is home all the way until the final. This is what's on the line for
Yeah.
this head to head. Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. Really, really tough one.
Yeah.
I do have to say I would I so much trouble. So much. I want a Guilford
That's it.
hat. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to upset, but they're another relegation bound team.
Guilford.
Guilford. Yeah. Yeah. For as much as I loved the campus when I was there, my senior year in high school when I was being recruited. But it was super hot, and I was like, I ain't going to a super hot place that day or that weekend. Okay.
All right.
Now that I've totally, I am on the bulletin board for every single team we've spoken about to one degree or another. It's like simple coach said this about us, and there's all their ire and hate is going to percolate, and so these games are all going to be about proving me wrong, which then I'll get 5 points. Anyhow. All right, next,
All right.
last one.
Last one.
This
one.
one's so easy, people. If you can't get this one, you just don't know. Like this, you just don't know. Holy mackerel!
Well, I mean, you do have. So you got a team that's 8-0 at the top of the conference, and a team that is, what are they, 5-1-1 in conference. So clearly, there's a delineation between who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
St. Olaf, 13-1-2. Augsburg 14-1-1.
You know, it's interesting. Augsburg is second according to NPI.
Yeah,
Second. I find that very
and
good.
it's,
St.
I think
Olaf
it's
is eighth.
right. And Augsburg, I think, is eighth, and no, Olaf is eighth. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Um,
find that interesting because they pretty much play the. I don't
right.
know if their schedules are.
So all I don't know if we're talking enough about St. Olaf again. They've won six in a row by a combined score of 21 to
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
I,
They've gone
they,
one, two,
they
three,
might
four, five,
be
six.
quietly, if they beat Augsburg like 2-0,
Yeah, they're real.
then
They're watch out, watch out,
right, right,
watch out.
right. If this is a 1-1 game, okay.
Yeah,
But if they win this game
yeah,
going away,
yeah. Watch
man,
out.
they might, put them in toughs on either side of the bracket and
Yeah,
see at the end.
yeah. They are they could this game like how legit like really legit are they this
Hmm.
year? Like are they scary? And this is the game. This is the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is interesting. Like they, you know what? Like I, that's Augsburg. I mean, and yeah, St. Olaf has gone 9-0-1 since they lost to Superior 2-3 in a crazy, crazy match
Hmm.
up,
Hmm.
which I'm kind of like, that was like a blip, like almost like an anomaly. Like how'd that happen? You're almost like, wait, how did that game end up?
Right.
And then Augsburg has their blip where St. John's scored on like every shot and every header
Oh yeah, I
that
shot them
they
like
had.
24 to yeah,
Yeah,
24 to 2
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah.
And they just lost.
Then
Yeah.
they lost. Like it just
Yeah.
they're good. I like watching them too. They're fun to watch. I will say about St. Olaf, they're fun to watch. They move the ball around. They not to say Augsburg. I think Augsburg has been. I've said this before, maybe on the boards where I thought, or maybe I'm one of these where I just think Augsburg has been building to this point, right? Like
Hmm.
every year I've watched them, they've steadily improved how
Yeah.
they play, how they possess the ball, and I would say probably two similar teams are going to be facing off. So you're not going to get necessarily crash the goal on every play. I think these guys are going to actually try to play the ball on the deck and move it around and try to find the holes that way, which will be interesting. I mean, it could just be one big chess match, but who knows?
Right.
Watch, it'll totally. No, it won't be. It'll just be a kick and run, head like ping pong, heading the ball back and
Right.
forth,
Right.
heading the
Right.
ball back,
Right.
and I'll be like, yeah, but like I know, but I know. Anyhow, this is a tough. Like I don't even know. Like what is this? What is this? How does anybody get seven? How's any? If somebody gets 70 points on there, they're cheating. They figured out a way to hack into the Google Doc, and they're cheating because there's no friggin' way that you could get 70 points on a fixture list like this. There's just no way. It's
It,
inhuman. It should be more like 15 or 5. Like I think that's more acceptable at my level.
I wonder. So no, 60 points. 60 points will win this week.
I think so. I just don't. How else do you accomplish that? It's got 60 points is still high for me. Like I'm still like, how do you?
Yeah. 70 is a lot. 70 is certainly a lot. I think 70 has been our highest. I think we've done 70 a couple
I
times.
the You're gonna have to. This is your homework, EJ. You have homework. I'm assigning you
Okay.
homework. You have to do this. You have to come back on Sunday. No, on Friday, No,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, when we review the actual performance of the Hive, you have
Okay.
to tell me how many people guessed the Chicago Emory game correct and then the Wash U Emory game correct. And if they get them both right, they're cheating. Like they're cheating. And if they get the
All right.
scores right, oh my God,
Yeah.
they sent people to the dorms and be like, you got to let in 3 goals and score 4. Like
Well,
it's,
that's why I found that those two matchups so interesting to see. Will people who picked Emory in game one pick them again in game two?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Will
yeah,
people pick against
exactly.
Emory both times? Will they pick
Yeah,
Washington
at your own
and
peril.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Will they split it? Will they pick them in one? Will they pick a draw for both? Like I'm curious what the maybe I'll try and graph that or something. I'm curious what the Emory selections are going to be
Yeah.
in those. What people are going to do with Emory having to pick them twice against top 10 teams.
I mean, I think you're just not fair. I just don't even know what to say anymore. Like, how do I don't even know what to say. Like, this is,
Yep.
I mean, they're not, there's always this worry. And I think you mentioned Hood. Hood is a perfect example of that, I think, of just sort of like, are they there because it just happenstance,
Right.
circumstances? They're okay, so they're good. They've gotten it better. We're beyond that. We're sort of with Chicago and Wash U and Emory. We are well beyond. Are they good? They are very good.
Right. Right.
And it's like now they have to grind it out against each other, and like, what does that look like?
Yeah.
I mean, let me caveat emptor 0-0s.
Both games.
Yeah, or 1-1s.
We can park the bus.
Nezcac bow tie in the
They're gonna
UAA.
park. They're gonna park the bus. Play for two draws, but they're home both games.
Yeah, I
They don't
know.
even have to go anywhere. They don't have to. They don't
Like,
have to get on a
could
plane.
could they? Well, yeah, that's probably another big. They don't. They get the whole weekend to just chill, and
Yeah.
so bad of you. You're fired. All
I'm
right.
tired. All right. There you go. 10
Links
games played.
below. Thursday close has to be Thursday close because no, don't shoot me emails about opening up.
It actually does close usually Friday morning because I go to bed on Thursday, and I'm like, I'm not going to close it with at 9 o'clock when I go to
Yeah,
sleep. Like, oh, fine, I'll close it when I wake up in the morning.
yeah, no,
So,
yeah. This is it closes because
but it
that
has, but I
Friday
mean,
game.
I can't mess around and reopen it on Friday afternoon and
Yeah, yeah.
blah blah blah. Yeah, because that game kicks
Open
off
it up
Friday.
for me on Sunday
You
afternoon
got
ish.
you got to do a Bizarro Simple Coach one for this
I
week.
do. I haven't done Bizarro, and
Yeah,
I've been taking my meds, and so Bizarro hasn't been coming out. But maybe I won't take my meds this weekend, and
there you go.
Bizarro will make it, or this weekend, Bizarro will make his presence be known. I mean, you know what? This would have been this last 2 weeks, the 2 weeks where I don't do Bizarro, like my scores plummet. It would have been interesting to see Bizarro's performance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, all right,
All
EJ.
right.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for
We'll
getting
see ya.
together. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Talk to you.
Bye.